911, what is your emergency?
Guns are a problem, pretty much in any urban environment.
We know that illegal guns create significant harm to the community.
A News 3 investigation is digging deeper into guns recovered throughout Hampton Roads, firearms lost, stolen, found in the hands of convicted felons, and even used in crimes.
We know that we, on average, collect a gun a day.
We sat down with chiefs throughout the 7 cities to speak about the issue, including Chesapeake Police Chief Kelvin Wright.
We recover a gun either as a part of a crime or it has been turned over to us through some lawful means.
In data we requested from CPD for 2019, the department recovered 349 firearms. 285 firearms recovered were stolen, and of the total number recovered from convicted felons, 73. Wright tells us there's a rise in vigilance among officers when looking for illegal guns.
When they perform traffic stops, the key is to make sure that when you're looking into a car, that you don't just focus on the driver, but also look to see if in fact you see a gun that's laying on the seat or laying under the seat. That helps us to determine if in fact guns are being trafficked illegally.
Officers are also preaching safe ownership, Wright adding an issue with guns in his city being some stolen from cars.
They leave their cars unlocked, and someone who's of a particular mind, knowing that someone's going to be away from a car from time, they rummage through the cars and they hit the jackpot.
We have people who do what I call car hopping. They go into a neighborhood and they just try every car door till they find one that's open, and then they rifle through it. And they're looking for quick cash or they're looking for guns.
Terry Salt has been tracking firearms up the peninsula as chief of Hampton Police.
We have cases of community guns where you go into a neighborhood and there's a gun location, there's a stash location for guns, maybe a hole or under a stump or something like that, and all the people in the neighborhood know where it is and they need a gun, they go get it.
In the same year, Hampton Police traced 376 firearms. Not all traced were used in a crime. Of those traced, 206 were reported stolen. 109 firearms were recovered, 88 from convicted felons. HPD, like other local departments, used the ATF's E-Trace system when tracking firearms.
The gun tells the story. It's kind of like in a lot of cases you follow the cash. Here we've tried to follow the gun.
He says they partnered with other local police to use what's called the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network, or NIBIN system.
Every location where we have shots fired and we see shell casings, or if we seize a firearm, we test those and enter those into the NIBIN system. With this partnership, we can turn that around in 24 to 72 hours max. And that is a very key element, because what we're trying to put together is a pattern of life of that firearm.
An example, a shooting in September 2019 involving 3 juveniles at an apartment complex. Officers tell us during a search of the unit the 3 went to, a 9mm handgun was found concealed under a couch, later identified through NIBIN as being fired at the time of the shooting. One of the victims, a 14-year-old boy, admitted to the firearm previously while being treated at a hospital and was charged with possession of a firearm by a juvenile. Officers say the firearm in question was believed to have been stolen from a vehicle in the city in May 2016.
We have to work together. The community is the latchkey. The community is the ones that pull this whole thing together.
Overall, Salt says collaboration with local and federal agencies is key, as well as intervention and providing opportunities to steer young people away from crime.
There are no winners in a shooting. I don't care what side of the event you're on, whether it's a suspect's family or whether it's a victim's family, everyone is devastated.
But Chesapeake and Hampton aren't the only ones tracking firearms in Hampton Roads. When we return,
we wanted to create a picture so we could take the guesswork out.
And tonight at 11, reporter Zach Dahlheimer reveals a closer look at how Norfolk police are tracking guns in Hampton Roads, and hear from its chief on a project spanning many years digging deeper into this issue.